What's good everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel The Anirudh Bhatt Experience. This channel is going to be all about guiding NEET UG aspirants across the goal line, my life as an Indian medical student, vlogs and much more. Are you a NEET UG aspirant looking to optimize their performance in this last 1 month? Are you looking to boost your score way beyond your wildest expectations? Then this video is just for you. Today I shall be sharing a valuable routine that I personally used, which I used 1 month prior to my NEET UG exam, which I believed boosted my score by at least 100 marks. So quick story over here. I answered my NEET UG exam in the month of May 2017, and the strategy that I am going to tell you, I implemented 1 month prior to the actual exam, immediately after the JEE Mains exam of that year. Now it is very important to understand what you have gone through for the past 2 years. In short, a summary of your 2 years of preparation. So for the past 2 years, you have learnt everything that you could about biology, physics, chemistry, and a few mathematical concepts here and there. So all this information is basically scattered in your brain. It's just hovering over there, trying to make connections and interconnections between the concepts. But I felt that I was kind of oversaturated at that point, that if I read something more, it won't just go into my brain. That was the state that I was in. And this is a crucial time because you have just 1 month remaining for your exam, and you're just trying to fit maximum knowledge into your brain. But the thing is that you cannot study each and every single thing. Some questions the examiners make so that the toppers can be differentiated than the ones below them. And such questions are only a few, maybe 10-15 in a given paper. So rather than focusing on those questions which for sure shot a huge majority won't get, I believe it is imperative that we solidify the concepts that we have already studied, that you are pretty sure about that you have studied in the last 2 years. So this system is based on that. It is based on what you already know and how you can get the maximum output. What matters at the end of the day is whether you are able to recollect all the information, all the concepts, the diagrams, the quickness that you have programmed your mind to do in the last 2 years, which means that you have had sufficient input for the past 2 years. What matters at this juncture is the output. Because what matters at the end of the day, on the day of the exam, is how quickly, how efficiently, and how smartly you're able to solve these questions, right? So this system is based on the output, on maximizing the output. And I'm going to get into the system right now. Okay, so now that you've understood why it is required to practice output, let me get into the system. So what I did was I subscribed to 2 test series. One was online, one was offline. The online one was by Allen Career Institute. Affiliate links down in the description. No, I'm just kidding. I am not getting paid by them to do this. Trust me. So equipped with these 2 tests, I set up a simple schedule. I would answer 2 tests in a given day. One after breakfast and one after lunch. And I would evaluate the entire test series that I took later on at night. In fact, I feel this is the most crucial part. It is not the test taking ability that matters, the analysis, what you go through, the correct answers that you have got, the wrong answers that you've got, and your thinking of your mind, what went into getting that particular answer, or where you lacked into not getting the answer. That is what truly matters at the end of the day. You want to know where are your strong areas and where are your weak areas. And I think this 1 month will give you a proper clarity into what those areas just are. So after answering these 2 tests in the night time, I would go through those 180 questions of a given paper, and I would find out where was that this leak of knowledge, that gap which I was not filling into my concepts. And I felt this really helped me. So post dinner, I would do this exercise, right? And I would solidify the concepts. Maybe go back into my notes, my NCERT textbooks, read on the concept, make the concepts fresh in my mind, go back to my notes, edit the notes, collect certain information which I had not been exposed to from various other sources, some of the online material that is available freely on YouTube, and just train my brain to think in an output driven manner. I hope this is all making sense to you, because at the end of the day, output is what really matters. Now let's say you implement this system for 25 days in a month, right? So you answered close to 50 tests at the end of that 1 month, which translates to about 9,000 potential questions. And these 9,000 questions are from some of the best coaching institutions in the country, who have a particular knowledge of how exactly questions are set in the main exam. So what you essentially done is that you have been through 9,000 potential questions of your exam. And believe me, guys, the main questions in your exam, right, that will be asked to you will be a slight modification, a slight tweak in the numbers here and there from these 9,000 questions that are still fresh in your brain after a month of answering all the tests that you have been answering. So this is very effective, and it kind of refreshes everything that you have learned, consolidates everything that you have learned in the last 2 years. So what was the result? A month prior to my NEET UG exam, I averaged about 500 marks on my mock test. But after implementing this system, I boosted my score to around 600 with a maximum of 631, from 500 to 631 in a matter of 20 to 25 days. That was a huge quantum leap for me, and it absolutely boosted my performance going into the final week of preparation. And I believed that I could get to my goal of getting a 600 marks out of 720. The day of the exam was absolutely brilliant. I went to the exam hall with this certain zen state of mind. You know, the confidence that you have when you know that you are prepared adequately for a given test. Despite the delay in the results that year, which was, believe me, quite frustrating because you have so much of anxiety around you, I ended up with a score of 593 on 720. Just a tad short of my goal of 600, but believe me, after those 2 years of preparation and this being my first attempt, I was absolutely satisfied with my preparation. Remember, the key over here is to compel your brain to think under stress and to give maximum output, and that is what matters at the end of the day, right? One bonus tip that I can give you, and that I followed for certain tests, was that I wanted to simulate the exact exam conditions that would occur on the day of the exam. So what I would do, I would wear the same dress that I was planning to wear on the day of the exam, exactly simulate the conditions for my brain, make my brain think as if I was answering the main exam sitting in my house. And I think this really helped me to condition my brain. So do implement this strategy, this bonus tip that I gave you at the end, and I'm pretty sure that the comfort level on the day of the exam will just be at a completely different level. So that's it, guys. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment in the comment section below whether you will take up this challenge, and let me know if you want some other topic or a particular issue that you have regarding NEET UG. I will be sure to cover them in the future videos. I can only give you my perspective, guys. At the end of the day, what matters is whether you find a system that works for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because there are more videos going to come just for you. Okay guys, peace out.